It's a story we have heard many times before. A young female teacher accused of having a sexual relationship with a male student. But this time, the teacher is fighting back. CBS News correspondent Cynthia Bowers has the story.
26-year-old Nicole Howell always wanted to be a teacher. Her dream came true last year when she was hired to teach English at a high school in Dayton, Kentucky, just outside Cincinnati. But just over a month after she started, everything she'd worked for came undone. In December, rumors began to fly that Howell was having sex with a 16-year-old football player at the school. She reported the rumors to the principal, only to end up being suspended a few days later. Then, in January, Covington County Police arrested Nicole Howell and charged her with first-degree sexual abuse. Police say the teenage accuser claims the two had sex 4 or 5 times at her apartment last fall. Howell's trial is set for October. If convicted, she faces 1 to 5 years behind bars. She maintains her innocence, but knows even if she's acquitted, she may never be trusted in the classroom again. Cynthia Bowers, CBS News, Chicago.
Joining us now from Cincinnati for an exclusive interview are Nicole Howell and her attorney, Eric Dieters. Good morning to you both.
Good morning, Harry.
Nicole, how much do you love teaching?
I absolutely love it. I have always wanted to be a teacher since back when I can remember, probably when I was like 5 years old. I can remember setting up a schoolroom and, drawing on the chalkboard. So it's always been a dream of mine.
So you're living your lifelong dream. You're teaching at this high school. One of your jobs is to help coach the cheerleading squad. Is that right?
Yeah, that is correct. I was actually given the job after I was hired on. The cheerleading coach had come up to me and asked me to participate, and I said, sure, I would love to get involved.
So you have some interaction then with the cheerleaders and the football players and that sort of usual, path through the school. Were you or were you not, did you not have a texting relationship with some of these kids?
In terms of texting, I made my cell phone number available to the cheerleaders. In terms of if they needed anything, because some of them were actually also my students in the classroom, and it was a really good way for me to communicate with the students.
Right. The person in question here, your accuser, says that he had a texting relationship with you. Was there anything that you may have written to him at some point that would have given him the wrong impression?
No, in terms of him actually texting me, he obtained my number from taking my phone while it was unattended. And when he did text me, it was very platonic. Hi, how are you? How are things going? There was never anything written in any of those texts that said that, that suggested anything.
Right.
And there are actually there's no records of any of those text messages either.
You hear rumors then of your involvement, or did you know that you were involved in the rumors? You just heard a rumor of a teacher involved with kids?
I had just heard a rumor involved of a teacher being involved, and then the student who the rumor was going around about, the other student, not the person in this case, came to me and told me and said, Ms. Howell, I think you should know about this because I don't think it's very fair that they're saying this because it's not true.
You go to the principal. You go to the principal.
It.
Yeah, you go to the principal, and the principal says what?
He says, well, these sort of things, they happen. It's high school. They usually die out, but we'll look into it. And that was the last I heard for a few days. And then he said that he did, in fact, look into it. He, in fact, interviewed the kids. Both of them denied the rumors. They said that they had never had sex with me. And my accuser said that he had never had sex with me, adamantly denied it to the principal and his football coach. And the principal actually told me later on that he had also looked into all of the rumors and he had found them to be untrue as well.
If all of this is true, Eric Dieters, when you talk to the prosecutors, what do they say? Why are they bringing this case?
Well, that's a great question, and not to overstate it, but this is kind of like the same Michael DeFong and the Duke lacrosse case. There is absolutely no evidence to support these allegations. They've interviewed everybody. There was allegations that she bought alcohol. Not true. He describes, this is funny, Harry, he describes their apartment when they said, well, describe her apartment. He says, well, there's a bedroom and there's a TV. He failed to leave out things like she has dogs and she has this and she has that. Right. She has very identifying birthmarks on her body. She has a skin graft when she was in a serious car accident, which he left out. You know, he claims he had sex, but what happened is he found out he was going to get expelled, so he made the rumor again. That's what happened.
Do us a favor.
They're basing this all on this boy.
All right, do us a favor. If this ends the way you hope it ends, come back and talk to us, all right?
We'd love to do that, and we anticipate that, and we anticipate civil litigation afterwards.
Thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us. Be well.